if you really love me? How do I know if we're really live, Lord? All right, man. Okay, here we go. All right, just we are live, so let's go ahead and jump right on into this. Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling. Welcome to the podcast where the squared circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from a diverse perspective. Tonight is a special night as we react to the premium live event Elimination Chamber. We discuss it all, we break it all down, and we give our reactions. Tonight is the night. Let's get to it. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Ebony Championship Wrestling. I am the Jackie Miles, and I am not here alone tonight. I am with my crew, the man that's been to over 10 WrestleManias, Griff, a.k.a. Griff Nation 84. Also the man that knows 33 and a half holds and will put you in all of them, Coach Monte, a.k.a. Coach Monte 24. We are here tonight, gentlemen. Elimination Chamber has come and gone. It has passed us on. We are on the road to WrestleMania. And here we go, gents. What a road it indeed is. What are our initial thoughts to Elimination Chamber? Griff Nation, let's start it off with you, brother. What you think?
Here and are we good here? Something.
There you go. Now we can hear you.
We good? Okay. There we go. I don't know what's going on here, but
there you go. You good,
yeah.
bro.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. I kind of felt like I was, but yeah. I really. It was really a funny, weird event. First and foremost, it was 5 a.m. on the Eastern Standard Time for us, so we kind of got a feeling of what the overseas fans go through when they're watching our shows early in the morning and late at night, from different time zones. I tried to get up and watch it. I put it on my phone because my TVs are too bright, especially early that morning. So I try to watch a little bit of it, but then I kind of like close my eyes and listen to a lot of it was going on too, and kind of waking up in between. But it was an okay show, but I'm definitely was excited for our girl Rhea going in their home country, not just Rhea but also Indy and Grayson, Australian crowd. But it was a great show, great pop, great fan base, man. I definitely enjoyed it.
Good deal, Coach. What were your initial thoughts, brother?
Yeah. I thought it's the same deal here. I definitely caught the replay, slept through the initial live version of it. But man, seeing that stadium, I think it was that definitely it was a WrestleMania worthy type stadium out there. First, I just want to talk about the aesthetics, man. That's a pretty solid venue to have this. But yeah, it was a great PLE. I thought they set the road up the WrestleMania. A lot of this stuff was obviously stuff that we predicted was very predictable. But the event overall, I mean, them going out there competing in West Australia, giving them rowdy fans what they wanted, I thought it was pretty good, man. Not a dull moment. Pushing the stars that needed to go over there. Pete Dunne and Taylor Bate and all Grayson obviously getting some Aussie love and obviously closing the night out with Rhea. Yeah, so that was it's pretty good, man. Great job. It's WWE is expanding globally, and that was great to see. Very exciting to see.
Good deal, man. Yeah, it was an exciting PLE. Like you said, things were kind of predictable, but I guess they kind of needed to be in a sense. Because we kind of know where we're headed as far as WrestleMania goes. Now, there were some ups in this, there were some downs in this, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Coach, I know you got a list that you want to go through over there, so go ahead and kick us off, brother.
Yeah, well, let's start with a lot of surprise that happened in the men's chamber. Let's start with the men's chamber, guys. Overall, you got 6 dudes, obviously mid card to obviously the heavyweight title picture level. Obviously fighting to get a spot against Seth. I thought, I thought it was pretty cool seeing those guys in there. But your initial thoughts on Griff, how the well, first of all, what you think about the match itself, and obviously the outcome? And, we can chop that up. But what did you think about how that match was set up and who was in there?
But for me, it was. I'm going to say this. It was fantastic, and I looked at it more not just the competitors and the match itself, but my thing is, and I always say this at every elimination chamber, I'm always looking at the stories that are getting ready to be created out of this elimination chamber match, and also that's going to head into the road to WrestleMania itself. And we saw a lot of stories and a lot of new feuds and new storylines that were created just in that match. Definitely was some surprise. I thought that was real great. To me, my only con to that was we kind of, like you said earlier, it was kind of too predictable with who was going to win. But the last two who pretty much finished the match was kind of like what I kind of expected. And then I also wasn't surprised by the finish, of course, of that as well, too. Definitely going to that creative thing. So that didn't surprise me whatsoever because, we all need to do some fresh stories out of this. We already knew one person was going to win and face Seth Rollins, and the question was, where were the other 5 go after that? So at least we got 4. We know at least where the other 4 are going out of that last 5 and with that Drew.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Griff? There we go.
Now I can hear you. Yep. There you go.
Jeez. My question was, where do you have Randy going? Sorry, I'm doing a lot over here. My fault, fellas. Where do you have Randy going as far as Mania?
U.S. title against Logan. And here's the thing, too. I really kind of counted on that happening. I didn't know what they were going to do and how they were going to finish off the Logan and KO story. I knew going to Mania, what was next. We had Logan and KO, and they're still going at it. But I have Randy and Logan, and if you ever look at the track record of Mav, every time Logan have a guest on his show from WWE, that's who his next rival pretty much is. So it's kind of written in stone. It was going in that direction as well. Randy was one of his previous guests he had on there, so it's like, okay, I can see that happening. But I'm all in for that, man, because I don't think that's going to be a stellar combo for Randy and Logan.
Yeah, I'm kind of here for that one too. Does that build up Logan? You know what I mean? Does that build up Logan as a legitimate WWE person now? Like, do we think he's legit when it comes to WWE now? Coach, what you think?
Oh yeah, he's here. First of all, by him showing up and putting in work, finally coming to a SmackDown, he has to, he's got to figure out a way to, to defend that belt, and then more importantly, show up more. But he's here to stay. He's going to put in work, continue to get better, and this is the feud that he needs. Obviously, I think we said it last week. Where do we put Randy at? This is going to be his biggest feud. I think it will be his best feud. The only thing I was trying to figure out what they're going to do with KO, man. Poor KO going to be left out in the cold, but because I thought they were going to maybe finish that up, with the brass knuckles incident. So I'm kind of a little disappointed about my man KO. But
hence my question, though, Coach. Like that's why I asked
this one. Yeah.
That's why I asked the initial question, Coach, because it's like, where do we have Randy going if KO still kind of has to finish that brass knuckle story? But what do you think about where do you have KO going if that's the case?
I mean, well, it looks like, I don't know, they might have to put him on a holding pattern to figure it out. But I'm just confused, still thinking through it. But as soon as he hit him in the face, Jackie, as soon as he hit Randy in the face, I said, okay, this makes sense. They want a high-profile match, and I was okay. That's the thing that had me, it had me thinking, okay, well, poor KO. I don't know, because it clearly looks like AJ is going to be AJ in LA Knight, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know about KO. Still got to figure it out.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, I hitting him with the brass knuckles kind of threw me off, and Brian and I were kind of like sleep, like as we going through this, but like it kind of threw me off, and my mind started to wonder like, what are we actually doing with this situation if he's attacking him? But I for one wanted Randy to win. I was pulling for Randy pretty hard, and thought he might pull it out once I saw the final. But I definitely was pulling for Randy. Thoughts there, Griff?
Man, you know what? To me. It came down to I was almost believing Randy was going to do it as well, because you just don't know when you're thinking of the out of nowhere. But it was just something about Drew and this whole hiatus Drew was on, and I felt like Drew was there all because of the momentum he had for Monday night when he pinned Cody, and technically that's the second time Cody been pinned since he came back to WWE, and the first time he been pinned since Roman at WrestleMania last year. So with that momentum going in, it just seemed that Drew was going to pull that victory out there, but Randy did come close, but then at the same time, you got to look at that SmackDown star power and what's next over there too. So that's what made me, feel like, okay, Drew's going to capitalize with this one. He's been very hot on the mic here, very hot on Raw, very hot on his matches, and it just seemed right to get him that victory. And we see what happened at WrestleMania between him and Seth.
Coach, that's your boy that pulled it out,
Drew's
man.
done a lot.
Go ahead.
My boy?
Yeah.
Drew, yeah. That's your boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drew. Well, hey,
get some
give
points.
some love to the
Right.
savior of WrestleMania.
Right.
Yeah, the savior of WrestleMania. So, obviously the shirts, and he was destined to win that match. Y'all knew where that was going. And I think they're going to give us one more classic at Mania with him and Seth. Hot take here, boys. If there's anybody legitimate that can take it off Seth right now on that stage, it has to be him. But then Senor Money in the Bank is still lurking. But yeah, and then I give credit to WWE for letting those two be the last one. If anybody in there that was credible of pinning Randy was Drew. So I was happy to see that. But it's all signs are pointing in the right direction, like we said, predictable. But yeah, I came out with only the question of, what they're gonna do with poor KO. I'm gonna throw this back at y'all. You notice that? Did any of y'all see the press conference on YouTube there? Did y'all see that was pretty cool? Did y'all see the press conference the day before?
The initial one, or like post?
Yeah,
I didn't see anything.
Yeah,
post.
the one. They had one. Yeah, they had it on. I think it's streamed on Peacock, right? Just like the previous WrestleMania one. But they had all three. Yeah, had all three of those guys.
You talk about the pre.
Now, as I asked the question out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the press conference that they had the day before out there. The crowd was tight. It just came to me, and now that I'm thinking about it, could they sneak in KO with those two, or would it mess up a classic? Because now that I'm thinking, because they had all three of those guys on stage.
You talking about KO
Maybe,
and Logan?
They like to
and
foreshadow
Logan.
I'm talking about because now I'm trying to answer my own question there. What y'all think?
Good.
It can. This can easily slip into a triple threat situation for sure. My takeaway from that segment that they did in press, it seemed like it was KO and Randy, pretty much like joking around together, trying to get off of Logan Paul. But let's not forget too, KO and Randy are two of the top heels and backstabbers and traitors of all time in World Wrestling Entertainment. So when it comes to going after something they want, these two can definitely go at each other as well, cross that path too, and just have like a tug of war. Like, no, I'm getting my payback. No, I'm coming. Just almost like how you seen Randy with this Roman Reigns situation with this Fatal 4-Way back during the Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I got payback coming too. So this can easily fall into a triple threat situation. So, Jackie, to answer your question, this could also be where Randy goes next, but also this is where KO can go as well in this too. If they don't go with the one-on-one with Randy and Logan, it could be a triple threat situation.
What's the story there though? Because I saw that Randy held KO back during the press conference, but like, what's the story that's pushing KO into this? Or like, I see the Randy with Logan because of the brass knucks, but what's pushing KO into this to get involved as well?
For more KO, let's just go with.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. KO hates Logan guts. We know that, and just going for that press conference, one of the key things Kevin said was that Randy, while you were gone, this fool slid in and, was privileged and handed over this whatever, so that's a chip in the beef that KO got with that. Now, with that happening to Randy, and now Randy can look at this situation and say, no, I owe him a receipt too, because he cost me a title match at WrestleMania. So now here's the story that comes between, like, hey, I still got personal beef and hate with this dude, and I need to finish this off. And Randy can say, no, I need to finish this off too, because he cost me to go on to WrestleMania. So then these two can have like a tug of war, say, and go back and forth with it. And here comes Logan. Definitely, like, how he always tease and instigate stuff. Like, look, I mean, y'all brains know y'all going back and forth, and that can create the whole triple threat situation.
Is that how you see it as well, Coach?
Yes, I do. They both got gripes, and they never finished the brass knucks deal. So like as Griff said, they got payback on. Hey, there's a fresh check for Randy for him, and then obviously KO's got to finish off. But they both have legit beef. They're probably gonna sell it as a one-on-one first, and then eventually, KO probably weasel his way in. How the way they have to prolong the story there, because they still got time all of March to do so. But for the match storyline, it's there. I just want to see how they're gonna build from here, and then roll into it. But they both got legit beef. They both got legit beef. That should cool off at Mania.
Okay.
What you thinking, Jackie? Overall,
I don't know, man. I understand the brass knuckle situation, but I don't necessarily see it as a triple threat. I'm not really sure how we get there. I hear what y'all are saying. I just don't see it as a triple threat. I hope it goes that way though. Just y'all can get another one right. Jesus, hold on. Y'all can get another prediction right, but I personally don't see it going that way. I don't know where it's going though. I saw the interaction with him holding him back, thinking like that was gonna be enough. But Randy Orton holding somebody back, really, I don't trust that. So, not really sure. Not really sure. Just along for the ride at this point.
I got we can't forget this.
Go ahead, Coach.
Hey, so Wise Man, he just said in the chat, shout out to AJ Styles.
Yep, I was gonna get there.
This happens every year in the chamber. I know Griff. I know you can. This happens every year in the chamber. Somebody goes out with an injury angle. Poor Bobby got to be the first one to go, but I kind of predicted that. But that injury angle there, the chamber is always open too long, like maybe 2 to 5 minutes too long, and then in comes AJ Styles with the chair. So how we feeling about this potential feud here?
I'll make it short. I'll make it short and sweet. I'm all here for a reincarnated heel AJ run again. I'll leave it at that. Let's go.
Yeah, I think it's a whole new character. It's a whole new element, and it's needed, and I want it. When he came back with the chair, I for one popped just because he hit LA Knight. Like I'm not on board with LA Knight no more, y'all. I'm sorry. I fell off the train. I'm off of it. I no longer support this. I wasn't here for the run from the very beginning. Y'all know that. Nope. I just can't get with it no more. I'm definitely not doing the yeet situation, so don't get too excited over there, Griff. Definitely not doing that. But I can't get with this. I can't get with LA Knight, man.
He peaked too soon, y'all.
Yeah. I said that from the get go.
He peaked too soon, as you
it's
said.
happening way too fast.
He peaked too soon.
Yeah, it happened way too fast, and I wasn't with it. I'm not with it.
Hey, AJ, yeah. He going ham on his boys, Meechin. He said, all y'all can get the hell away from me. So, yeah, they have no choice but to get him going in another darker direction. And why not let him? And he should go over at Mania. Like, I'm rooting for him at Mania. To go over the night. So he needs a good victory for sure.
Keep it going, Coach. Where you at on your list now?
Okay. I was just seeing, Brian here. We want to make sure that we good here with audio. So, okay. Women's Chamber. 6 ladies. Obviously, I would say 5 ladies that earned their spot. One, we can discuss that because I don't think we talked about it on last show. I don't think we talked about it last show. What do we think about? Well, first of all, what do we think about the match? And then, obviously we talk about the outcome. Griff.
Man, can we get an applause instead of ovation for the Barbie doll herself, Tiff Stratton? Cause that pop she had in that match coming to the ring and during that match and how she showed out, wow, superstar. But the match itself, of course, I knew the women was going to steal the show. That was pretty much the show-stopping match of the night for me. They had so many spots, but to me, and I didn't look this to the men's. To me, the difference with the women and the men's, it seemed like the women, they were very fast-paced with their match, but they choreography in that match was fine line superb. It was almost like everybody was just on tempo, man. Like, boom, 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 tap, tap, tap. Like everything was just in rhythm. They had the crowd control and everything. The finish, of course, I knew it was going to come down to that final 3. And it had to be between Bianca and Becky. And here's the reason why. I know there was some tension. People was like, we want Liv to win. We want Becky to win. And I always challenge people. You're looking at WrestleMania. What's the better marquee? Becky or Liv. You know what I'm saying? And Becky is a better marquee. No matter if you don't like Becky or not, she's a different marquee for WrestleMania with Rhea than Liv would be for a WrestleMania. With that there. Then also too, man, look at the direction they're going with this. You got Ireland versus Australia. So you got 2 international women headline WrestleMania for the World's Women's Championship. And that's very big and global, especially with this merger that's going on. So kudos to Becky. I know a lot of people was upset that she won, but I'm not surprised with that. That was kind of too predictable. But I knew it was going to come down between the EST and the man to come on top of that chamber.
Can I say, like, the storyline of the women's match or the action of the women's match was a lot better than the men's match. It just, for some reason, it felt a lot better.
Agreed.
Yeah. For some reason, it just felt a lot better. The like you said, the timing of the match went a lot better. But like I for some reason, I cared more about the women's match as it progressed. I think Brian and I discussed, like we talked about it. Becky was going to win that. We already knew she was going to win it, but I cared more about that match just because of some of the bumps and things that they were taking. Bianca selling the power bomb from Raquel, that was great. And so it the match was better for me on the women's side. The match was better for me on the women's side. What'd you think, Coach?
I feel that, hey, the women 2, the men 0 for the last prime PLE matches. I'm talking about the Rumble match and then this match for sure. So they've been putting in work. Yeah, they've been putting in work, man. The Tiff times, she was a star of the match. I only got disappointed, that Naomi, I wanted her to last a little longer. That was my personal preference, but think maybe they gotta build her back up. Obviously, she might not be it won't be at Mania, but she has time. She just got back. But kudos to Tiffany Stratton and obviously I didn't care for the finish, but I knew they had nowhere else to go but Becky going over. But yeah, you're right. you're right, Brian. Tiffy time. I'll get it right. So off the pod was my favorite spot.
Can I ask a question? The finish. The finish that happened, for that chamber, do we have like we just discussed with KO, Logan, and Randy, could we possibly have a situation now with Becky and Liv, because Liv is the queen of all runner-ups. Like, she's the runner-up, second place here, second place here, second place here. Do we have a situation with her and Becky prior to this road to WrestleMania? Going against Rhea.
No. You keep trying to throw Liv in this situation. No. Like, I don't know why you keep. Go ahead, Coach. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Go ahead, Coach.
Liv and Naomi are kind of in the same space. Back. Well, obviously, one's back from injury and one came back from the promotion, from the other promotion, I should say. But these are what Stephanie McMahon used to call the B+ players. And right now, Mania only selling them players, A+ or above right now for the show. But
are you calling Naomi a B+ player, Brandon?
It's gonna be Becky and Rhea. I am. As much as I like her, that's just where they classify her. But yeah, it's for now.
Cite your sources.
I'm calling the way I see it.
Cite your sources.
The way I see it.
Okay, tell me how you see it. Come on.
Cite my sources.
Yeah, tell me how you see it.
2-time champion. Yeah. So they've never booked her strong. I mean, yeah, she's had a couple runs, but they've never, maybe one heel run and then the face runs, but then the whole glow gimmick is cool. But I've never taken her serious to be a legit threat even before she took off with Sasha. It saddens me to say that. I mean, I wish they could. That's why I'm saying when I was excited to see her in the Rumble, get that much time. I was like, okay, well, maybe hopefully they can book her a little bit stronger and differently. And there's still room for that. But I've always considered her, the mid-tier. That's why I was, B+ player. So that's the way
off of
Spears and Caesar and.
So off of booking,
then.
So off of booking, then, not necessarily off of talent.
Yeah. It's off of booking.
Okay.
Oh no, pure athlete. I love her. Yeah, athleticism is there, man. She can work. Yeah, I'm just going off of booking. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Griff, you got any thoughts on that?
I some sort of agree with the whole booking with her. Not sure what the initial things. I don't know if this is like a slight. I don't want to say the word punishment. I don't think it's punishment, but from they're trying to slow burn her right off the bat, or maybe they just don't have nothing like creative. But then look at the timing she returned too. She returned right in the midst of Mania season, where pretty much all your plans were pretty much thought of. So we can't penalize for her and just say, hey, she should be here, because this was all set in stone before she probably even signed to return, But I think it's all more the booking and who her challenges are more than the talent. Because we know she's talented. I named my top 3 most conditioned wrestlers, Bianca, Charlotte, and Becky, all day long. But now that she's back, she's my 4th one, because she has the background of a dancer. She's very athletic. She can go with any tempo. Like, the girl is talented as ever. It's not her talent. It's just, how she's being booked. And if they're going to give her better booking, this round that she's back, because I believe she's got a lot better being away almost 2 years and then going down to TNA and coming back. She's a lot better than she was, and now you have a roster full of better athletic women that can compete and also, you know, hang tough than it was before she left. So it's just a matter of how she's booked with this return and where they go forward in the future with her.
We don't think that she would be in the title picture at some point.
Some point, yeah.
What was
you know, she was a future. I mean, she was a champion before.
I didn't.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. He couldn't hear the question, Coach. The question is, like, do you think Naomi would be in the title picture at some point now that she's back?
Yes, I do. You know, like I said, that was just my honest take. But I think if they, once again, it's all down to booking. If they put her with the right dance partners, to Griff's point, there's more athleticism. There's more athletic ladies that are doing it now that can, you know, that can kind of match her style. You know, and hopefully, like I said, I do want to see her shine. I want her in a better opportunity this go round. But I think she's definitely talented enough to get a title shot for sure.
All right, so not to
get back in that picture. It's just how they do it.
Griff, you agree?
I agree.
Not to like dwell on the point, but like, do we think that Tiffany is better than Naomi?
Fellas, and this
right now,
no
I think Tiffany is better than Naomi.
I was gonna say, with no shade of disrespect at this point right now, and because of age difference too, Tiff is definitely like on a whole different level. It depends how we compare as better. You know, we talking about athletic wise, we talking about wrestling wise, charisma wise, but
I'm not asking
me,
hotter.
all the above, I think
I'm not asking hotter right now. I'm not asking hotter. Like, Griff, that's Brian in the chat. That's what I'm responding to. Sorry.
As in,
no.
I'm just basically saying, like, depending on how we trying to compare, like, better as, but we talking about athleticism or we talking about just a pure wrestler. But Tiff, to me, right now, is better than
What do you like?
I mean, it's hard to compare.
So what are you narrowing it down to? What are you narrowing it down to? If you're saying that she's better, like, what are you said? Is it either she's better athletically or she's better in the ring? Like, what are you saying she's better? Go, like, you know.
Agility, the ring work, her pops. I think she's a better person on the mic than Naomi is. She can carry promo to me better than Naomi, and I think it's all the above. I think she's a better one right now. That's not saying, like, you know, no shade on Naomi's way. I think she's just a whole different breed of her own, and she has to work. Again, this is a different type of atmosphere Naomi hasn't seen since she's been gone, and like Tiff is just a star of her own, in my opinion. But yeah, she's way better all the above.
Coach, you feel the same way?
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way. Some people grasp this sport faster than others. Naomi's background, what was she, a dancer, right? Dancer. I don't know if she had any, gymnastic background or anything, anything physical besides that. But Tiffany being a U.S. gymnast, obviously, like I said, their age difference. I'm not counting their age difference, but right now, I'm talking about in-ring capability, move set. Obviously, getting the spots. The thing, the total package right now goes to Tiff. Naomi, like I said, Naomi can get there. She can work. It's just that what the things that Tiffany is doing in the ring and obviously, outside is just what is way more impressive. But like I said, not slighting her in any type of way. But it's just the facts, and it's obviously evident in how they're booking her. It looks like they're smelling. Looks like they might be getting her WrestleMania match with Bianca. That's what it's smelling like. So
Naomi with Bianca or Tiffany with Bianca?
Tiffany and Bianca.
Okay. Griff, I saw you posted that the other day. Go ahead and speak your piece on this. Go ahead and say what you said when you said it.
Oh yeah, I pretty much said Tiff and Bianca definitely be the opening. Well, should be a good opening for night one of WrestleMania. That'd be the first ever women's non-title match to ever open a WrestleMania in history. I was gonna say women match period, but I remember the COVID WrestleMania. Rhea and Charlotte opened up, and Alexa and Nikki Cross and the Kabuki Warriors opened up night 1 and 2. But both titles on the line. But we talking about one-on-one non-title. I think that'd be a powerful match to kick off night one. It'd be the first ever to do so, and that'd be I think that'd be a great carry story going on too. So when we asked the question early on, like what's up for Bianca, can we live with her not being participating in WrestleMania? Our answer was all yeah, we can. You know, she did her work, but now it seems like she can swerve that direction with Tiff, man, and. I mean, just thinking that opening match with them, you know, that could be a good 20-25 minute opener. They athletic, this gym style, the track athlete, the gymnast, all that left citizens different moves. I mean, I think that'd be an underrated match that people won't expect. But man, I think that'd probably be one of the highlights of the whole night one if they opened up with that one.
Coach, is that where you see it happening?
Yeah, because I was holding on to hope that Jade, you know, was going to make some type of appearance at WrestleMania. I don't know. It's kind of smelling like she might be there the night after. I think Griff said that a while back on one of the shows. But if we're not going to get Jade at any point, because it looked like, because I think she just signed with on SmackDown with all this, but it's too late to get her in the storyline. So this is the only way. I mean, they was talking smack at the presser. It's star power all over. You know, the fans would love to see it. You know, when we're talking about match quality, you know, the Griff's point, two athletic women at their peak. You know, why not? If it can't be Jade and Bianca, I'm down to see Tiffy time and Bianca for sure.
So then, where does Jade go? Like, you know. So, like, what's our prediction on where Jade goes from here? Because she has to be involved at some point. We didn't introduce her now. We got to have her in the ring at some point.
Yeah.
That's the big question mark. That's the big question mark because, you know, we're getting close to Mania. Do you want to rush her against Bianca or teaming up with Bianca this close by without a good build? But there ain't no telling because it's a question mark because every time you think she's coming, she's pulled back or she's being on pause or she's being on break for a minute, you know. That I don't. That's the tough one. I don't know, and it's for me. I have to see what her role is and how she holds it on SmackDown to determine where that is. I can't predict her and Bianca right now. Cause I think with Bianca interaction Tiffany and Bianca been having, I think that's more of your story than it will be with Jade.
Coach?
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm laughing at wise man's wise man's folks. But yeah, I think Jade, it's too late for a substantial storyline to get us invested. I think they missed it, guys, and y'all can agree with me. I think she was supposed to be in the Last Chance Battle Royal, I believe, and instead we get Raquel Rodriguez. That was where I was disappointed, and I'm sure you guys will talk about it on the show this week if y'all recap. But that was what my gut was. Maybe she can sneak in that match and get in the chamber, and then get her at least get her in the solid storyline coming out of the chamber. But since that didn't happen, obviously here we go right back to square one. But it's still a quality opponent for Bianca. But that's Jade. If we're not gonna get her Mania, she's got to have a match on Raw night after Mania or something. That's the only thing to get her going from there and into the spring, and then get her a high profile match at SummerSlam. That's the only thing I can think of right now when it comes to her. I'm disappointed we're not getting her on screen, but oh well.
At this point, I'll take her doing like a squash match like Braun Breaker did last week. Like, I'll take anything from her at this point.
Yeah.
Like, just go, like, beat up Shotzi. Oh, no, we can't do that no more. Shotzi got hurt. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry, Shotzi, my bad. Sorry, no more shade to Shotzi until she comes back. All right, I'm sorry. No more Shotzi.
You got, what's her name? Roxanne Perez. Squash her.
You are not here for Roxanne Perez, dog. You are not here for her.
She should be squashed or enter.
Entitled.
She should be squashed or enter in that match.
Entitled.
Well, go on, Coach. What else you got for us?
She the little baby, and that little baby that's getting entitled. She should start crying. Where's my bottle?
Not here for the Roxanne push.
We're not here for the push.
Oh, bro.
Switching gears, it looks like the Cody Crybabies were out.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Go ahead.
Let him cook.
Go ahead.
Oh, man. No. No, bro. I got nothing against Roxanne. This is her behavior, bro. Like, I'm just like, girl, you the baby. You entitled. Like, every time you look up, like, you got in the Rumble. Like that was another spot someone else could have had. Like, we had you in the Rumble last year. Like, why were you in the Rumble again for knowing you're going to get thrown out again? Like, no. Like, y'all need to set her down. Like, set her in the crowd, a part of Chase U. Be the fan girl for Chase U for a moment. Just set her down for a minute. Gee.
Yo. My guy's sending her back to college. Yo. My guy is not okay with her, bro. My guy's sending her back to college. Like, go send her back. Go take 101.
She won that last chance Royal Rumble, bro. I was like, this is crazy. This is unbelievable. I thought it was.
Oh
Thought it was.
Hey, real quick, man. Here's the reason why I got a problem with it. Because my girl last should have been in the Rumble, bro. Like, come on, man. They missed it. You had Jade, Naomi, Bianca. You had our sisters in there at the same time, and you bring this little kid who was in the Rumble last year back to repeat again just to get thrown out. She didn't win nothing. Like, you in the Rumble, you win the #1 contendership, you still lose. Lola came out and cost you the belt, you still lose, and you still get title shots. Like, okay, Coach, move on.
Hey,
move
bro.
on to Cody. We good. I'm done.
Hey, bro, has this been on your mind, bro? Has this been on your brain, bro?
It's been on his mind since. It's been on his mind.
Yo.
No, it was your fault. You mentioned Shotzi.
Hey, bro.
She comes to my brain, bro.
Man.
All I said was Shotzi, my guy. I didn't say nothing about Roxanne, but clearly you needed to get that off your chest, brother. I understand. Go ahead and get that off your chest, brother. Your stuff, man. I'm happy for you, man. You feel better? Do you?
Oh, man.
You feel better, man? You know? I'm sure that was weighing on you. Okay, good. Okay.
Hey, yo, I'm good.
Yeah, you should have talked about this on this past week's show. That's fine.
Yo. All right, Coach, go ahead, man.
Some random promos come out.
Hey. Grayson Waller effect, guys. Obviously, getting the Cody Crybabies involved. It was, get to see those two guys out there. Obviously, Seth and the RC Crybabies. What do we think about the segment? Obviously, wasted space, my opinion. But
unnecessary.
Just think
man.
about the Grayson Waller effect.
It was unnecessary. It did nothing to advance the story. It kind of made me feel like Cody and Seth were the heels in that whole segment because because of the way that they beat up Austin Theory. Like it was written poorly. I didn't like anything about it, and it did nothing for me. Then that's where I'm gonna stop. Go ahead, Coach. No, I would not, D-Dix. No, I would not drink out of a shit.
Hey, that Shuey looks pretty live, man. We gotta do that.
I am not. Joking. Respect to your culture, but no. I wear a size 15. No, I'm not drinking out my shoe, bro. No, you drunk as hell.
Cody could have did a simulcast from somewhere else from his home and did a promo. They flew him all the way across the country to announce, that he wanted to fight with The Rock. You could have said that on Raw coming up.
You could have tweeted it
out there, but I get it. It's about appearances. You could have tweeted it.
You could have tweeted
I get it. You're the American Nightmare. Everybody wants to see you. I didn't realize how much. He it sounds like he got Australia fans too, but that was and then Seth Rollins, guess what? I'm cleared. He could have tweeted that as well, Jackie. Total waste of time. It was the worst segment of the night. The show was actually pretty supposed to think about it. The Water effect is supposed to push storylines somewhat, but he was getting so much Aussie love. I agree with you, Jackie. Made it seem like them two dudes was the heels because they, them beating up, stumping out Theory like that against them Rock gimmicks. It was a total waste of time, bro. Yeah, they both could have stayed home. Yep, it was bad. Thumbs down. Yep.
What'd you think, Griff?
Griff still brewing over there?
No, I 100% agree with both of you guys. That was a segment that could have waited for Raw. It could have been tweeted. It could have been a breaking news on WWE.com or the WWE app, in my opinion. But with that being said, I get the whole point. You want to fly superstars, but what I was confused with was Seth Rollins one moment said, "I'll be soon to be clear," and then next thing you know, you doing curse stops. So that didn't seem right to me at all with that one. So I don't know if you guys heard that or not. He wasn't clear. He said, "I'll be clear soon," But again, yeah, they seemed like they were the heels. That was something that could waited. I'm not surprised Cody called out The Rock because I figured that was going to come, but not at no Elimination Chamber, especially what The Rock did and slapped in the face, and there was no revenge or retribution from that just yet as well too. So I think that could have waited till tomorrow night on Raw for it to happen. It wasn't an enlightening segment to me. They could have saved it and pretty much put another match or a different segment on there. They could have flew R-Truth from Austria and had him on there.
That got a bigger pop out of me than the Cody stuff. This man had pyro for a promo, bro. He had pyro to come out there and say absolutely nothing, bro. Like, all right, this is why I'm rooting for. This is why I can't root for you, Cody.
TKO, man. TKO got the budgets for the pyro, man. The pyro budget is back.
No, it's not. It's just for Cody. He's the only one. Jeez. Keep going, Coach. Keep going.
You got Roman too. You got Romans. You got.
Of course. Good point.
Oh, hey. So now the bright spot, the tag title match. My bright spot. Not bad. You got your Tyler Bate and Bruiserweight. Going that Finn and Dane. That, like I said, that's my bright spot of the match. Before I get my opinion, what you think about the match, Jackie, for the undisputed tags?
I thought it was good. Again, rooting for Tyler Bate and Butch. Sorry, I'm gonna stick with that for a little while longer. And rooting for them, but just to get the titles off of Damian, so we can see what he's gonna do with the Money in the Bank contract. But clearly we're going to press forward with this. So long live the Judgment Day. And we'll see what happens from here. Griff, what you think?
Yeah.
The highlight of that match was the heat our boy Dom was getting. And
Yep.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but all the curse words, the people cursing, lip singing, and throwing up the middle fingers, they actually blacked that out for TV purposes. But I wasn't really in tune to that match because I already knew who was going to come out and win and dominate. I mean, it was still a good, skillful match. But however, man, the key takeaway for me was the heat Don was getting pretty much, even though he hasn't been on the move and rolling like he was last few months, he's still carrying that momentum and that heat, man. And that heat is transferring to this momentum to the Judgment Day run and with Dame and Finn too. So I didn't expect them to lose right now, but somewhere in there they're probably going to lose real soon to see what we're going to see with Dame in this briefcase situation. But they looked good and dominant, man. And yeah, it was just like, you know.
What happened to the Creed brothers, man? Like
Butch and Tyler Bate, man.
What happened to the Creed brothers?
I was just getting ready to ask y'all that. They got them back there chilling with the Alpha Academy right now.
That tag title division was strong at one point. We even talked about like it was getting stronger, and then all of a sudden it just fell off. And now we got nothing from it. Like, what happened? DIY kind of, I mean, they kind of trashed right now.
Oh, well, you got the rise of the New Day and Imperium's feud. That kind
but that was like 3 weeks ago, wasn't it?
It stole the sizzle, but they got them going at it again in a no holds bar.
They did, yeah. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, they got them going tomorrow night
out
with that. So they kind of had to take a back seat to them, to their feud. You know, hopefully this will be the last time. Hopefully they blow it off tomorrow night. Because I don't think it's obviously it's not Mania worthy, but yeah, you got to think about it. They just trying to get the key players ahead, and then obviously while keeping TV entertaining. But yeah, that match was actually cool. Seeing the spots that actually obviously. It was good to see. It was more competitive, obviously, than the chamber match when we talk about on the men's side. But yeah, they for a while there they gave them, Tyler Bate crazy athletic. You got the bruiserweight, with all those, the manipulation, how the way, breaking fingers and all of that. That's it was good to see that style with Finn Balor, and then Damian, and Damian was complimenting them as well. But it was a great match overall for sure. In my opinion, my bright spot of the night. It's my favorite match of the night.
I still want them to get rid of the titles, though, man. Yeah. Let bisexual Undertaker take off. Like, let him go. Or, like, let him go off and do his own thing. Take him out of this tag.
Yeah.
Let bisexual Undertaker do his thing, man. Let's go. I want him out of there.
My question to y'all, what team is ready to take it off of him?
It's not those. It's not DIY or Tyler Bate in them. I don't think. Go ahead, Griff.
It's hard to say because we had the tag division booming and then it came to a stop. I honestly think R-Truth and the storyline with R-Truth and the Judgment Day has a lot to do with that, all because you kind of like swerved in the stories and now turn into this whole segment and doing promo videos. And I think R-Truth and this entertainment thing that they're doing with the Judgment Day kind of like captivated and say, okay, this is something else that's working. Let's put this on hold for a moment and let's see how far we can go in this direction. Because lately, all you've been seeing is one-on-one matches with either one tag partner versus DIY or a 6-man tag with R-Truth and The Miz and somebody versus the Judgment Day, or it was an 8-man tag with DIY, The Miz, and Judgment Day versus. So those matches carry time. Those segments and stories carry time, and I think that's what's putting that tag division on hold is because this whole R-Truth storyline with Judgment Day pretty much catapulted more than what everybody had expected and prolonged. And I think that time has taken up a lot of time for these tag teams to really showcase because they were booming before this happened, and then when this happened, it just kind of went on that halt, in my opinion.
Well, more time for truth. I'm in. More time for truth. Coach.
Yeah. I'm with it too.
Truth. The story will be R-Truth and so maybe R-Truth and Miz giving them one more shot at it. I mean, say you out with that, Jackie?
I mean, this storyline with R-Truth is cool, but I don't know if we need to put a title on it. You know what I mean? I don't know if we need to give it a title.
So if they don't go that storyline entertainment route, it has to be our y'all gonna flip y'all wigs when I say this, but
I'm not talking about them tonight, bro.
Either Creed Brothers or Creed Brothers or the New Day.
Oh, okay. I thought you was going a different route with this. I wasn't going to talk about them other brothers.
Okay, I thought you were going to say the other group, bro. I was about to say, yo.
I don't have time to talk about them tonight.
Don't do it.
I don't have time. I got to go to work in the morning. I'm trying to start my week off in a positive direction, bro. I'm not trying to talk about them. No, bro.
I already let loose on Raquel, bro. I don't need to let loose on nobody else.
I'm not trying to go to sleep angry, bro. I'm not trying to go to sleep angry. But anyway, New Day. It has to be like New Day or an Imperium has to set themselves up, right? Like, cause I don't think DIY is strong enough. I don't think, and I don't think Tyler Bate and them are strong enough either. Imperium or New Day needs to be the ones that take it off of them.
Yeah, that was a part. That was being funny. I said that was the part where I was saying y'all be shocked out y'all ass if because I mentioned a New Day, but I'm giving them their flowers right now. They putting in work.
It's a better storyline. That's all.
Yeah.
It's a better storyline.
Yep.
It's a better storyline.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So the night ended. Obviously, the main event. The reason why the Aussies came out in masses to see the hometown girl do her thing against Nia Jax. So, initial thoughts on how did we think that Nia Jax did on that spot in that spotlight there? Yeah. Griff.
Kudos to her, man. Kudos to her. That's a lot of big pressure, man. I always, in my mind, look at you going to the home team's backyard, and you got all those fans. You pretty much know it's going to be against you. And when I looked at Nia walk down that aisle, I said, man, she got it. You know, this ain't that Nia we saw years before. She walked down the aisle saying, you know what, I'm that chick. I'm going to go ahead and handle my business. I'm going to put in this work. I don't care what y'all think. Like, the way she introduced and walked down that aisle, and then how she helped carry that match, too. You know, it wasn't just a quick 5-10 minute quickie. You know, that was a good, 15, 20-some minute match that carried it. She had a lot of offense, you know. She didn't have just, you know, your superpower or your super heavyweight moves like, you know, the body slam and this like that. Like, she did her thing, man. I mean, of course, shout out to Rhea, her home country. We knew she was going to pull it off in her home country, and that's great for her. But more importantly, man, I'm proud and happy for Nia. And I know a lot of people ain't on the Nia Jax bandwagon and stuff like that, but you know, you got to give respect to somebody that comes to somebody home turf, especially in another country like that, and you got pretty much 95 to 98% of the people against you, and dealing with holding on to that pressure and carrying that match, making Rhea look good. Like, shout out to her, man. I think she did very well to hold her on in that main event.
You can tell she went away and did something. You can tell she went away and worked and got better and figured out what works for her character, what works for her body style, what type of movements are good for her to do, and she crushed it, I thought. You know, I told Brian as it was getting ready to start, it's like this is like a make or break moment for her, and she needs to like show up and show out, and she did. and now like she is a legitimate threat in the women's division. She seems like she's safe now. She's like able to do a lot of different things that she wasn't able to do before. And so I like you said, Griff, kudos to her. She did a really good job. I was happy to see it. It was a really good match. Of course, it ended the way we thought it was going to end. Rhea taking it, but it was a match where you thought she had a shot at winning it, and that's what you wanted out of that match.
Absolutely.
Get me excited about the possibility of you winning it, and that's what she did. So it was a good match. What do you think, Coach?
Yep.
Man, yeah, she stepped up. And I said this back on. All right, you're right, wise man. I said this previous shows, man. She, kudos to WWE, Triple H getting her back, reset mode, getting back in that performance center. You know what you said, Jackie. The training, the character development. Her taking the time to find out, who this new Nia Jax needs to be, and it's been nothing but spectacular. She showed up. It's nothing but up for uphill. Up. Sky's the limit now. It can't go nowhere but up from that match. Obviously Rhea. Rhea carried the majority of it. They both had happy to see it. Not Griff longer than 10 minutes without a oh my god botch moment. That Griff longer than 10 minutes without a oh my god botch moment.